And how did you work visually? Because there are also some sequences in Super 8 that you shot.
Yeah, the idea is that all the Super 8 moments are real, so are portraits of my family, objects that I have of my mom, even moments of the main moment of the labor, and then the dreamy part or the tale that I make up about my mom, it's shot in digital, so you can see the two textures somehow, and you can like separate reality and fiction somehow. And also I made before another short film that I also filmed letters, and I shot it in Super 8. So for me it's like a way to kind of, if it was your way of writing somehow. So and each time that I want to portray something that I really care about, I shoot in Super 8. So it was nice to do it again. Letter to my mom, and because she's not here, she died when I was 6. This letter is for my son, no? So it's a way for him to know that there is a grandma that he will never meet, and that I barely met as well, because she died when I was 6. So it's a way for him to know about her and for me to explain him about her. And at the same time, it's like an imaginary letter that I do to her in case she can read or see it.
Your short movie is also about memories and imagination. Cinema in your life has been some sort of magical power to create your own memories, and I think also about how object can be a way to talk with people that are no longer with us, to our childhood. Do you feel the same? Do you use?
Yeah, because at the end, what happened to me is that because my parents died when I was a kid, I don't have this family history, so nobody can really tell me about them. Because, okay, my family can, but, memory is very selective, very subjective, and, the stories are maybe the same, but a bit different, so I will never have the version of my parents about their own life. So there is something about my life that I cannot access, I cannot know, and I think that when you really need it, in order to build your own identity, to know who you are, you can make it up, And I have some elements that I really know about them that I put together and I make something up. And I think that this is about, it's a film about family memory, and how it is important to have it in order to tell who you are. And because I don't have this, for me it was interesting to do it for my son, So whenever he grows up, he can see this film later and know, how was his family at the moment that he was born. And even there is my partner's grandfather who died 2 weeks after my child was born, that I portray in the film, So for him it will be a way to know, like, everyone who was here when he was born.
Miu Miu Women's Tale is also an opportunity for female directors to let their voices roar in a certain way. But which are the female directors that help you to find your own voice?
Yeah. Well, some of them did a Miu Miu Tale, like Lucrecia Martel, Agnes Varda, Naomi Kawase, Alice Rosemary as well. And then I also love Claire Denis. Yes. I don't know, there are many, but for me Claire Denis is a very, very important director.
And in the last few years, did you have the opportunity to confront yourself with emergent female directors that maybe see you as a reference for what they want to do in their career?
Well, what happens is that we didn't have many female references when we were studying, like a few years ago, And now this is changing, and it's changing super fast. And at least in Spain, I think everywhere, but there is like a new wave of women directing, and they are my age, and I think that we can be referenced for each other somehow, because we help each other. In Barcelona, there is a very nice community. We read the scripts that we write, we show each other's cuts when we're editing, so we help each other. And I think that we also have this big commitment with education, so we teach film to young people, and I think that this will be very helpful. So they won't ask themselves if they can or they cannot make films. They will just make it, because it will be something natural. So I think that we are on this path to get to parity in a very natural way by in a few years.
And Miu Miu Women's Tales is also an opportunity for directors to work in a really free environment, to shoot what they want to shoot without any boundaries. Is this something that you fight for in other projects, to find the same freedom in other movies that you made?
Well, I always, when I take some commission film, let's say, it's always if I feel that I have a link somehow to it, or that I can do anything I want. So I always work under total freedom, and that's why I really like Miu Miu Tales, because you can see so many different things and from different angles and voices, and the only condition is that they wear Miu Miu clothes, which is very cool.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.